Semi-playable pair of aces here. And I'm pretty sure I call this here because both these guys are pretty deep. I'm pretty sure I would have called this. I'm surprised if I fold that, because I'm basically just playing a pair of kings. But because this guy is so deep, the $61, I would have thought I would have called there to try and flop a king. The implied odds if I flopped the king would have been a big pop. But we could have re-raised here, but we just flat call, pot control pre-flop. We've got a gut shot straight draw. So it's not the nicest of flops. I would have thought, yeah, I would have thought I'd stick a little bit in there, more just to find out where I am. We get a nice river, we've got the nuts. We go for a check raise. Put the guy in, he's unlucky because he rivers a straight as well. And he's got the lower straight. I'm surprised he never went all in on the flop. If he put a big bet on the flop, I probably just would have folded it actually, if I'm honest. Not looking to get myself in tricky spots out of position. But you let us catch up. So I'll let I think that's twice you've seen me doing it now, the check raising on the river with the nuts. I think in Omaha, if you're out of position and you river the nuts, I definitely do think it's more profitable checking and either letting the person bluff or stick a value bet in with their weaker hand and then sticking a check raise in. Because if you lead out, you're taking away their opportunity to bluff. It's a very sick player indeed that will come over the top of a lead out bet with just a pure bluff. So give them the opportunity to stick their little bluff in, and then you can get your raise in. If they've got a hand like the guy had, he had a lower straight, they're going to call your check raise, as long as you don't go too crazy and bet too much. I think it's definitely a more profitable play out of position. Top pair with a gut shot draw on the hand on the left. I would have definitely called the 50 cents. I'm pretty sure I folded to that. A pretty sick raise. Basically telling him he's got king queen. Yeah, a semi-playable hand. King jack queen 3. But sure we just call there. Just trying to see cheap flops. So there's very rarely do I raise the pot pre-flop, unless I'm on the button. Maybe the cut off and you've got your aces, your kings, 4 to a straight. You can stick a little raise in. I'm pretty sure I fold the hand on the left here. Not looking to get tangled up with a hand. There's not too many flops that can come down. I'm going to be overly excited with. So, if I'm looking at that there, it's been going for 41 minutes now. So I think I'll play for about 4 or 5 more minutes, and I think that's the end of my little session. Maybe another 10-20 hands. We've got a playable hand on the left here, Queen Queen Jack 9. I'm pretty sure I call that. And this purple dude here goes nuts. 6-6 Omaha calling station with emphasis on the station. So apologies if you're reading this any of the purple tags. It's just some of my personal experiences I've had with you in the past. Top set here on an all diamond board, which isn't nice. Sticks a standard continuation bet, so there's a chance we're good. So we just call, we'll see what he does in the turn. And he gets quads, and I try and get tricky here and check, and he just checks behind. But as you see, well, we're never getting paid off. If we bet out there, he's never going to pay us off. So we gave him the opportunity to try and bluff at the hand, because he's literally, he's got a pair of 4s. So when the queen comes, we pretend we've got a weak flush, and he can maybe pretend he's got a full house, and try to steal it away from us, and then we obviously check raise. But we're never getting paid off there. The only way we can get any more money on the river is if we check and let him bluff. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You can't be too disappointed when it doesn't. It's nice when it does. We've got a wrap on the straight draw here. Any ace, any 3, any 5, any 6. But we're out of position, so we don't lead out. We don't want to lead out and somebody stick a huge bet in, we've got to call in and we miss the turn. So we'll just try and keep the pot cheap. It's an ugly turn card for us. The flush is there now, so we really don't like our hand. I'm pretty sure it just goes check, check, check here though. Guy's maybe thinking he's got two pairs, or he's got a very weak flush, he doesn't know what to do with it. And we hit our wheel on the river, and we just stick again this little 75 cents. There's value in it. Somebody can call you with ace king, ace 7. If they've got a set, even they might call you. He's got a set of twos and you slow playing it and it didn't work out. But we're basically just naming the price for our showdown. If he raised us here, we just fold our hand. But we just a tiny little tester bet. It's pretty hard for somebody to raise without a pretty strong flush. So you're never really going to get re-raised unless you're in bad shape, and you get called by a lot of two pair and sets. So there's a lot of value in it. Well, if you're watching this video and then you sit down with me at the rush and you see me bet the 75 cents in the river, I've got the nuts. Just so you know. Just so you don't try and pull up a sick bluff on me. Well, if you do, you've got to show me afterwards. I'll give you kudos in one of my next videos. I'll give you a bit of respect. I'm pretty sure we go through a bit of a dry spell here. There's not really many cards. There's an interesting hand here on the right. We've got top two pair with the 7 high flush, and then we'll pick up a straight flush draw, and this guy leads out. It's only $1.50, and I suppose I can hit any king, any jack, or the 6 of hearts with the straight flush. But me being the net I am, I'm pretty sure just fold this here. Would have been nice to see the river. It's a sick thing, if the king of the jack comes and he's sitting with the straight flush already, basically I'll lose my whole stack.